So, I am Mama's son. This is our routine. When we wake up, we eat breakfast. I get to watch a play for a little, or I do my schoolwork. And after I do all that, we go for a walk, go outside. Let's get into the video. Bye.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are like me, you have been working from home for a number of weeks now, and you maybe have your kids at home, and it's been a little crazy. It's been very stressful these last few months between COVID and a lot of social unrest, the protests. It's been kind of an exhausting time, so you might be feeling a little extra stressed these days. And I'm finding that it's a little bit harder to do the things I would normally do to de-stress and relax at this time. Typically, I would head to the cafe and have a good book and sip a chai latte, or I would go to the gym. So these are the things that we can't really do right now. We still have quarantine measures here happening in Ontario, Canada, and though things are starting to slowly open back up, our kids are still going to be home for the next couple months. I started thinking about and figuring out some ways to relax and de-stress with the kids. If you are at home and if you are on summer vacation with your kids, here are some great ideas on how you can de-stress with your kids at home. Oh, and please don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. So as I mentioned, normally I would head off to a cafe and read a good book with some tea, but that's not possible right now. So what I do instead is I like to read a book, but I do reading time with the kids. So if you have really young ones, this might be a little bit harder because they can't really read on their own, but I find it very relaxing to still read to them. It's a nice time for everyone to relax and to calm down and to just take some time away from the screens and read a book together. If you have older kids, or like my son who still is starting to learn how to read, then you can get them to read the books, and you can even do some quiet time where they're reading on their own and you can get into a book of your own.
Say you always know, baby, but you never answer, 'cause I was here with the others. Ooh, I put those on when you really love me, but those that were really far away.
Another thing that I love to do is yoga. Yoga is an incredible way to bring down your heart rate, relax, and sort of meditate and focus on what is not bringing stress into your life. So doing yoga with kids is a great way to get them to also teach them how to de-stress and how to stay still, and also teach them great things like balance and exercise, and also get them to stretch and do great things for their body. So one of the things that we do together as a family is that we will do some yoga together. There are some great examples of videos that you can do through YouTube to do yoga together. You can pick any types of yoga, but there's also some yoga out there that is specifically dedicated to kids that keeps it entertaining and fun for them at the same time. One of our favorites is Cosmic Kids Yoga, and she does this really amazing job where she'll tell a really interesting, funny story at the same time that we're doing yoga together. So the kids are listening to a story and are very engaged, but we're still moving our bodies and doing yoga together.
Those on when you really love me, but those that were really far away. Yo te amo, pero no respondes. Nothing that you don't care.
Another really great way to de-stress and relax is to color. As you've probably seen in the last couple of years, there's been a boost in the number of adult coloring books out there. They've done some research and it's proven that it's actually a really great way to relax. So coloring is something that kids do all of the time, so why not join them? So sometimes we will sit around and do a coloring book together. Gives us a great way to bond and relax and just spend some time together, quality time, but still do something that is quiet and relaxing, but keeps them engaged at the same time. Now's a really great time to get out for walks with the kids. If you have younger ones, you can put them in the stroller or in a wagon and pull them along, and that still gives you an ability to get a good workout in, and it's really relaxing for the kids. I find most of the time, especially when I had really younger ones, they would fall asleep, and it's a really great thing to do before nap times. If your kids are a little bit older, mine are still learning how to ride bikes, or my youngest is still kind of on training wheels or tricycles. It's a way for you to walk along with them, and they're getting a lot of exercise in. It's a really great way if your kids are starting to feel antsy, being stuck inside the house, or not getting to do their normal routine. By getting them outdoors, you get them to breathe in some fresh air, change up your scenery, and still have them do exercise. If you have older kids, you can really engage with them doing bigger things like bike rides. For example, my son, he's 6 years old and he loves jogging with me. So we'll go for early morning jogs in the morning before we go for breakfast. It's really great time for us to spend some one-on-one time, and we have some great chats and have some discussions and get our day started off really nicely.
Say you always know, baby, but you never answer. 'Cause I was here with the other.
Another really great thing to do with your kids to relax and de-stress is puzzles. Puzzles are really awesome because they require you to just slow down and take some time, and you can put on some music. We often put on some jazz. Puzzles enable you to use your mind, exercise it a little bit as you figure out how to put this puzzle piece together. The kids find it engaging, especially if you pick puzzles that have really interesting pictures on them, but at the same time, you can pick a higher end puzzle that is one of the more difficult, like a 500 piece to 1,000 piece that might take you even a couple days to finish. Gives you an activity all to do together, but it's not a high energy activity that requires you to be in front of a screen or is really stressful. It's a really great activity for you to do, especially before bedtime, because it enables the kids to wind down and relax their bodies before it's time to go off to sleep. I hope you found these tips helpful about how you can relax and de-stress at home with the kids. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to this video if you enjoyed.
Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye.
And I will see you next Saturday.